My first heartbreak was not a boyfriend, it was my best friend, and we're gonna talk about it today. And nobody really understands friendship breakups and how hard they are more than a boyfriend would ever would. I feel like as a girl in the society, as a woman actually in the society, I really want other women to talk to. I really want other women that are mature like me, emotionally intelligent like me, have the same mindset as me, and want to be the best that they could be. But it's hard in this society to be surrounded by people like that. The friendship breakup was really rough, and I could say from healing from it now into 2026, I think the lesson was a great lesson that I learned from what had happened, and a lesson that I could take on into other friendships, into other relationships, even. But no one really understands the emotional wreck that I went through and the therapy I had to go through to get over. It's when you build something brick by brick and then it just breaks down and you have been holding it in for mad long. That's why I talked about do not hold in jealousy, do not hold in all these emotions because it would soon to spill over and it would be bad. Say that friendship breakups are harder than relationships in my opinion. Um Maybe because it's just how I move and how like it all depends on the dynamic and how the relationship ended and whether you guys are on good terms or you guys are blocked, and it's hard. It's really hard. But yeah, I think the friendship breakup was a blessing in disguise. A lot of things it would see as a blessing in disguise later on. I think that friend was not made for me because I was dragged into something that I didn't want to be in, and I was just there for the connection and the actual talking part of the friendship. The other part was hanging out, drinking, smoking, and all that, right? Those ways really got me deep and fucked up in multiple ways. I just think substance abuse and abusing substances like that is just not a way to go. Honestly, to talk about your emotions or what you got going on, I think that friendship breakups are not really talked about as much as we want them to be because of how society views friendship breakups and how it's just a friend, and friends and relationships kind of go hand in hand without the loving part, without the physical touch and all that, um as relationships are, right, as we think about it. But in the big 2026, I honestly think that it was a blessing in disguise being out of the friendship for like almost a year or so. I honestly think I learned a lot of lessons along the way, like learning more about myself and not to gossip and keeping shit on the low and just not sharing everything on social media. Um, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I still love her from a distance, and it's important to love people from a distance and also to talk about it. But I feel so much better just being by myself because I try to make other friends, and making other friends in 2026 is just it's just bad. Like there's a lot of ghosting, a lot of just talking about themselves, and I just don't have the energy for it, nor would I partake in people who want to waste my time and energy, right? It's important that we learn from our past, these breakups and these things that happen in our life, and we reflect on it as a person who wants to grow and a person who wants to achieve things in life, right? I honestly do think that friendship breakups hit harder than relationships in the big 2026. Um, because I feel like we actually put a big pedestal on friendships now and how we want this big group